In this video, I'm going to show you how to make achievements, and I've got loads of achievements you can make in this video, like running certain distances, visiting certain areas, playing for certain amounts of time, getting kills, collecting certain weapons or items. So many different achievements you can make. So let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so what we're going to need is some billboards and some switches to show what challenges the players have completed. So just place out a billboard. And for the first one, I just put it as the title, which is achievements. And for the settings, I just put these. It doesn't really matter what you do. So size 24, white, roboto, and outline is light. It doesn't really matter what you do. You can change the color, you can change the size or font to whatever you want. And then for the first challenge, I've done run 150 meters. I'm going to show you how to do each of these challenges. So it's exactly the same settings. I've just changed the text. Alright, so now I'm going to get into the switches, and this is how the players know they completed the challenge. It's going to go green once they completed it. I've renamed the device. I've renamed it to Switch A1 because this is going to be Achievement 1. You could do that by pressing LT and then A if you're on Xbox. Alright, so for the settings you're going to want to change it. I'll put the sound to disabled, power interaction to no because you don't want players to interact with this, store state per player to yes, use persistence to use, and put autosave to yes and auto load to game start. By the way, you can also change how the device looks. You can change it to a lever, a switch, the default one, antique lever, a red button, a lever, and a checkbox. The checkbox might be cool, and then it shows like a tick. But I've just left it as the default one. Alright, so for the players to run 150 meters, all you're going to need is a tracker. And again, I've renamed it to Tracker A1. Now for the settings, you're going to want to put the stat to track to distance travelled. And then the target value is however many meters you want them to travel. So I've done 150. You can put it to show on hard, but I've done it to no. Use persistence, again you're going to want to put this to on. And autosave to yes and auto load to initial spawn. If you have it show on hard to yes, you might want to change the tracker title and a quest icon and even a color. But if you're not going to, you don't have to change those settings. And make sure it's assign a game starter on and assign when joining in progress to on. And then you're going to want to put when complete, send event to the switch we just set up to turn on. And now I'm going to go over how to grant them XP for doing this. So place down an accolade device, and again I've renamed it to A1. The name I put around 150 meters. XP award, this depends on how difficult the challenge is. So for this one it's not very difficult, so I just put it to small. And triggering player only to on. And then just put award I'm seeing from the tracker we just set up when complete. By the way, you probably don't want to put it to 150 meters, that is a bit low. You might want to put it to like 500 or 1000. It's just for the tutorial, I just put it to 150 meters. Right, so next we're going to do a visit quest. So visit the woods. For this one it's a bit different. For the switch it's the same, I just renamed it to A2. And then fly somewhere where you want the woods to be. So I've just placed down lots of trees here, and this is the woods. And get out a mutator zone device. This is how we're going to track how the player actually enters this area. And I've renamed it to mutator zone device A2 because this is achievement 2. And for the settings, put the width, depth and height to however big the area is. So for me, it's 20 by 20 by 5. And then enable VFX, I put this to disabled. And you're going to want to allow weapon fire and allow building to on if you have that in your map. And then put on player entering zone, trend in event to the switch A2 to turn on. And again, we're going to grant them some XP for doing this. So get an accolade, and I've renamed it to A2. The name is Visit the Woods. XP awards, this isn't very difficult, so I've left it as small again. Triggering player only to on. And awards when seen from the mutator zone device we just set up on player entering zone. If you want to test it, you can use test award, but at the moment it is broken and it doesn't let you do it properly. Alright, so now I'm going to show you more quests you can make with the tracker device. So for the next one I've done play for 45 minutes. So get out another tracker, and I've renamed it to A3 because this is the third quest. And the stat to track you're going to want is playtime elapsed. And then the target value is how many minutes you want the players to play for. So I put 45 minutes. All the other settings are the same. Then you're going to want to have when complete, send event to the switch A3 to turn on. And of course you can give them XP, but I haven't done it for the others at the moment because this is just a tutorial. And next is getting 50 kills. So there's another tracker, A4. The stat to track is eliminations, and target value is 50, so it's 50 eliminations. And it's just when complete, send event 2 to switch A4 to turn on. And again, you can grant them XP, but I haven't done it. Alright, so next we're going to do a challenge for collecting items. So I've done a collect the mythic goldfish. You give the players the mythic goldfish any way you want. You can do item granters, item spawners, it doesn't really matter. We're going to use the player marker to track when the player actually picks up this. So we're going to put show marker to no, visible for track player to no, first item trigger condition to equal or more, and first item target value to 1. So if they have 1 mythic goldfish or more mythic goldfish in the inventory, it's going to, on first item value reached, the switch A5 to turn on. I should probably rename this as well. There you go, A5. And also guys, we're going to want to get this player marker to be attached to the player, so you can attach it however you want. I've just done it from when they get spawned. So attach to player when seen from the player spawner on player spawned. You're going to want to do this for every single player spawner if you want it to be attached from game start. Right guys, I'm just finally going to show some more achievements you can make with the tracker. So you could do eliminated, you could do score, chest opened, llamas opened, players revived, players interrogated, race checkpoints activated, fish fished, that one's a cool one, weapons fished, props destroyed, shield potions consumed, distance travelled on foot, on vehicles, in air, and I've obviously done distance travelled, rounds completed, that one's a cool one, rounds won, that was also a cool one, games completed. So rounds completed and then games completed. Rounds completed is probably the one you're going to want to do more. Games won and then playtime elapsed. So there's a lots of challenges or quests you can make in the tracker device. This is really customizable and you could do even more achievements with obviously the other devices. Ask me in the comments if you want to know any more achievements you can make. Ask me a question and I'll try and get back to you with an answer. Make sure to like, subscribe for this tutorial, it did help you out. But thanks for watching the video guys, peace.